Okay.
I do
Um,
miss the music.
what's that?
I do miss the music.
I don't have any music in.
Yep, it's all good.
Not yet. Maybe when the mood is right in the game. Okay, so let's see here. Actually, would anybody like to recap last session?
I mean, yeah, absolutely, I can do it.
Take it
You can go
away.
for it. For the most part, fill in
Okay.
if anybody knows anything. So, um, we were all at an amazing party celebrating the wonderful 99th birthday of Kareen Quickfoot. So we were all there. Party was hopping. We all met at the bar for the first time, introduced ourselves. Um, and then we all kind of went our separate ways, did our own things. I talked to Walt Disney, which was kind of cool. The little mouse. I don't know if it was Walt. I don't think
It
his
was
last name was
Walt.
Disney. Okay, cool. Walt the mouse. Uh, June trash talked a bunch of people and then talked to Kareem because duh. And then why am I not for? I'm forgetting
Kate's character,
Maggie.
Maggie. Mm-hmm.
Maggie was dragged around by her grandmother for a while, and then she escaped. And I'm not quite sure who Maggie talked to after she escaped her grandmother. Crean. It was Crean, right? That's her grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Kareen is the lady of honor,
Yes, and
I'm always
Maggie's
someone
separate
else.
grandmother.
separate from Maggie's grandmother.
Got it. Okay. And then, as we were all mingling at the party, the feds jumped. Police poured in, erupted into the party. The bartender who we were talking to um, revealed an escape hatch behind a picture behind the bar. We all escaped through a long tunnel to find out that the wonderful the bartender, female bartender, turns out to be Hoot. And he had changed appearances because the tips were better as a female, as it were. I think is what I
Love who?
remember.
Yep.
Hoot, we narrowly escape with Hoot in his car. The feds escape the party, drive back out of town to Hoot's basically like liquor operation outside of town. He gives us a job then to take some hooch to Larry for 20 pieces each of gold. Then we go in, we take the hooch to Larry successfully. Um, and then we were all exhausted after that and went back to the Glory Hotel, which is where June lives. And we all went to sleep. Did I miss anything big specific there?
Um, not nothing big for our current story. No. June had a moment of taking over the dance floor. With I think was
Was
a
my
natural
first
20 with a natural 20 performance, and she
Mm-hmm.
stole the thunder from Violette Swift, who was a
Mm-hmm.
little socialite that was a little put off that June kind of stole the show. And in June, and perhaps more, also observed Owl Capone in the VIP section, um, enter, entertaining, get known, receiving guests, and one of those guests started stabbing his henchman, and and Owl Capone just laughed at it. And June went and talked with one of the folk that were in the VIP section during that little drama, named Osmium Swift, who is a brother to Violette. Violettes are kind of like the Waynes, the Bruce Wayne, right? Like Batman, kind of like the Waynes of Roaring City. And Osmium was just kind of like, yeah, that was pretty crazy. It was awesome. I thought this party was going to be boring. But other than those little just kind of social encounters, yeah, Michael, well done. An excellent summary. It's also always fun for me to get summary from the player's perspective. It helps me get a feel for what you all thought was important.
I also love that the Google Doc thought that it knew how to spell osmium. My Google Doc, which is great. Idea. So that was nice.
Diego, I found my notes on my assistant, and Georgie was the right name.
Booyah!
And they were a Kanku, a bird person.
Yes, Kinku. Yeah. That's right. And so how Kinku communicate is by mimicking. So Georgie speaks with other people's voice in sections where she's heard somebody say what she wants to communicate.
Is that race like intelligent enough to know what they're saying, or do they just repeat things?
It is an intelligent race.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to say happy birthday, you filthy animal, you've probably heard somebody say happy birthday, so you could mimic that. And then if you've watched Home Alone, you've heard somebody say you filthy animal, and she could string those two together in two different voices to communicate what she wanted.
I wanted to know because my first act was going to be to feature a bunch of ridiculous things to say, but clearly she's not going to repeat them because she's smart enough to do that. So
she may not, but you know, at the same time, adding to her word bank, she might be appreciative of getting some maybe less common phrases put into her repertoire. But also in the 1920s, I feel like she could just sit there and listen to the radio like all day long and be a very communicable. Georgie.
Yeah.
Georgie. Write it down this time. I wonder if I was typing my notes. Maybe I was typing. Well, I'm not going to write it down. This is pen.
The struggle.
I just want Diego to realize that he has notes on that he needs to know, and like yes.
This is bugging me though. I have a feeling I typed them. So I don't know if we had you all wake up last session or not, but you wake up to breakfast prepared by Georgie. There are notes. I did type notes. Oh yes, and I don't know if this came up in the recap. Maggie was doing some sniffing around looking for contacts to Ireland. And Hoot knew of an organization that could help her, NORAD.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. What needs to be organized? So you wake up to smell fresh breakfast, prepared by Georgie, and kind of the day is yours to figure out, what you would like to do. You figure there's more work to be had with Hoot. There's the interests of your own individual characters and what you all are trying to achieve or to do. So you kind of have the morning to kind of figure out what's next for you all. So what is next for you all? Oh, I did something fun for this session. I'm going to be sending you all a personal message on Discord that is for your eyes only.
Oh,
man. And within this message are objectives for you to accomplish. They are objectives that are focused on role play, primarily with each other. I send Alyssa a message?
I think if you click on them, on their name,
Yeah.
you can
Mm.
or on their picture.
Spaced out this funny? Oh. Okay. And so this is just designed to encourage you all to, you know, spend some time in conversation with each other, learning about each other. Some of the stuff that you might be asked or whatever, you might not know, and you might have to think about it on the spot and make it up or whatever. Some of the stuff might have to do with your backstory. So it's just a fun thing, but with it come rewards. So as you check these objectives off, you will be earning things. I'm sending you each are receiving 5 objectives. If you get one done, you earn inspiration, which again is being able to re-roll die. And if you get,
Did you send it?
I did just send one. Yes.
It
went.
I don't know where.
If you click on the top left with the blue Discord logo, that'll take you to your messages.
You have multiple inspirations.
Typically not. I usually don't let players bank it for if it's earned with one of these, you can have it banked.
Oh, sweet. I already have an inspiration.
Okay, Kate got hers, it looks like, because she sent me a cute little robot waving.
I still don't see it or know where to look. It's mainly I don't know where to look.
So
on the side, on the left side of Discord, there's all those little, like the sidebar with where you connected with stuff.
Yeah.
Right under the Discord logo at the very top, just under that is where I found mine. And it was like Devo's picture.
You know what? I had my screen too far left, and when you were like under the Discord logo, I was like, "There's no Discord logo."
Nice.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Now, I will say the intention isn't necessarily that you all spend this entire session trying to get them all done. You know, like it's okay. In fact, probably better if you just kind of check off 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there. You know, there's no race to get these done necessarily. But yeah, the first one will get you inspiration. 3 of 5 will get you a feat that I will give to your character. So it's just some extra abilities that I will bestow upon your character. And the 5th one is actually being able to level up your character. And that is not the only way to level up. I will also level you all up. But it is one of your quicker ways to level up as well. And then, oh, you know what I will also do? I don't need to do this now, but I will also pin these messages I've sent you all so that when we open up our direct messages, we can always access your objectives.
Got it.
Okay. So yes, you are at breakfast in June's suite at the Glory Hotel, and kind of the floor is yours to interact and or figure out what's next for you all.
So right after I take a big jug of orange juice or something, I'm loud burp and I go, "Hell of a night last night."
I'm just gonna roll my eyes that I have this person who I don't know that well drinking all of my juice and burping like it's his own home. So I might not say anything, but I'm gonna give you some straight side eye. Not holding back side eye.
And I notice, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? You know you had fun last night."
Well, it was
Yeah,
quite
I had a great time, but I
Yeah.
like orange juice.
Okay. What'd you say, Maggie?
I think it's you to save some for the rest of us, Lester.
I didn't see you that way, Maggie, but you're pretty good with that little scalpel.
Why, thank you. It's something I picked up in nursing school.
They teach you that in nursing school. I got to send some of my boys to nursing school. That's one way to quiet some people up.
Well, I could teach them a thing or two while I'm here.
Yeah, definitely. So what are we looking at today? I mean, made 20 gold pieces last night. That's a pretty good night for me.
Well, I think we ought to get to know each other a little bit more if we're going to associate together. So, why are you all adventuring? What's in this for you?
I think you can see for me, I love the thrill. I love the chase. That's what I love about, the Roaring City. Every single time you walk out your door, different way to make money, different people to take advantage of, different fun to get into. And so, that's kind of what the thrill of the chase is for me, is every single time I get out there, I know there's something new. And maybe if I get to know you guys a little bit better, I might share a little bit more than that.
Fair enough.
Keep your secrets.
In my line of business and my line of work, sharing too many secrets can come back to bite you.
You haven't said what you do for work.
I do this and that. I provide services to the people.
To the people.
I find needs.
The people that.
I find needs and I fulfill them.
What people?
A fixer.
The city, the people of Chicago, or the people of the Roaring City. I hear of needs and I fill them. Just like Hoot last night. He had a need and I fulfilled it for him. That's what I did.
We did. We fulfilled.
Oh, yeah. He fulfilled. I don't know. Maybe Maggie and I fulfilled. I don't know if the car has your butt print off the back seat yet.
You watch it. You slept in my house last night. You watch your tone.
Well, you got 20 pieces for me to sleep in your house last night. I paid much less to stay in hotel rooms.
You can have my 20 pieces.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
I don't need them.
Sorry. I have Discord open in 2 windows in it.
What about you two? What do you do for a living?
For
I
a
think you
living?
know who I am.
Oh, yeah, Miss Actress. That's all you do, though, right? You don't, you sing, you dance, and you get on stage.
I mean, I don't think it's all I do. I mean, last night I was helpful. I'm looking to branch out. I'm looking to mix it up.
Okay.
I'm down for new adventures. Acting is boring. It's the same thing every time. You just become a new person. You say this line, you say that line, you face the camera. It gets old pretty fast.
What do you really like to do?
What do I really like to do? I don't know yet. I need to figure that out.
Okay. All right.
So you're adventuring because you're bored.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And there also seems to be free alcohol involved, which sounds good to me.
Well, I don't know that it's supposed to be free.
Nobody asked for money last night in the back of that car, so it was free to me.
Maggie, what about you? Is this just for your husband?
Maybe a little bit is for me, a little bit is for my husband. I am interested in reuniting with him and finding him through Hoot's network of people. But I grew up in the English countryside. It's really boring. There's not much to do, but go for walks and take in the scenery. So I guess I would say I'm looking for a little bit of thrill as well.
Very interesting. So what are we getting into today?
I say we give Hoot a call and get some more work done because that was pretty fun.
All right.
Like to talk to Hoot. He definitely seemed to have some information, Maggie, for you.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to people with NORAD. So I may pursue that at some point today, depending on what Hoot has to say.
June, I saw you talking to, I don't know his name. He's got the famous sister you seem to not like. What's his name? He was talking to Al Capone, and he seemed to know.
Osmium. We're talking about osmium.
Oh, yes, that's his name, Osmium. Yeah, and he seemed to know a little bit about what was going on with Al last night. Do you think you got everything you could out of him?
I don't think so, but I also don't know how much he knows. I feel like he might think that he knows more than he does, but
Yeah.
the Swifts seem to act that way. But they do know everybody, so maybe that's a line we can tap today.
And as for you, Maggie, you seem to know some pretty highly influential people.
Oh yes, my father is an earl, back in England, and my grandmother, well, she's quite wealthy and well known in the social circles here in the Rowan City. So I know a few people.
Some part of me thinks Hoot's a pretty good guy, and 20 pieces is great. But in my line of work, where the money is where the best jobs are. Is Hoot small game for us? You know, a little guy with a distillery outside of town, right? Is that our big hitter? He might give us some information, but does he really know?
So where do you think we should go?
I mean, I think Hoot's not a bad start. I think he definitely has some information. But I think, talking to the Belle of the Ball last night would definitely help us out. I mean, clearly she knew Al Capone was going to be there. She obviously knew everyone at that party. We might have some information as to who came in and busted the place up. How they knew.
This is Kareen, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk to Kareen?
Mrs. Quickfoot. You know her, Maggie. You seem to know her pretty well. Also, June, you seem to have talked to her before.
Yes, I do. Her and my grandmother are best friends. So she's known me since I was a baby. I could try and set up a meeting with her.
I think those are both good options for us to see where the day takes us.
Okay. I'll just give her a ring then.
Who you calling?
Sweet. Once you're done with that, I can call Hooch. Or
okay.
Hooch is Hoot.
The operator will Hoot makes the hooch. The operator will patch you through to
I can't see where Davo is. For some reason his camera's not working for me.
What about the rest of you?
No, you're fine for me.
Way to go, Michael Brett.
Yeah, you're Michael Brett. You went out there for a while when we were talking. It was just like pixels.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me jump back
in.
Bye.
All right, I'm back.
And do you see moi?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So interesting, Maggie. If you so wish, you could actually just go down a story or two to the Quickfoot suite.
Okay.
And you would know that if you wanted to give a call or a knock on the door, up to you.
Well, I'll give her a call. It's improper to just drop by someone's house unannounced. So I'll give her a ring.
Okay. Yep. Operator connects you to the Quickfoots, and a male voice answers the phone. Quickfoot's residence.
Would I know who it is based on my like relationship with the family?
This is probably the butler.
Okay. What's the butler's name?
Bertrand.
Hello, Bertrand. It's Lady Margaret Crawley. I'm calling to speak with Miss Quickfoot.
Oh, hello there, Miss Crawley. Unfortunately, to be honest, it's a bit of a concern. Kareen did not come home last night. If you'd like, I could patch you. Could get young Eldon on the phone.
Oh, sure. I'll talk to young Eldon.
Very well. A brief pause before a young, teenage-ish, hair and gone, rabbit folk voice comes onto the line. Hello, this is Eldon.
Eldon, this is Lady Margaret Crawley. I was inquiring about your grandmother, but I hear she didn't come home last night.
Oh, hello, Lady Margaret. No, she didn't, and this is very unusual, to be honest with you. I'm quite concerned, actually. We were supposed to go home together, and when the feds showed up and everybody scattered, and she just got lost in the shuffle somehow.
And you haven't heard anything from her since last night?
No, not a word.
And do you have any idea where she may go to, like, hide out or lay low if something were to happen?
Oh, I think she would have come home, like I did, like I think most people did. I mean, gee, it's just odd, she's never one to get wrapped up in anything, but this is, it's just, I'm scared.
Well, maybe we can help look for her together.
Oh, okay, yeah, like, should I call the police?
You haven't done that already?
Well, I just, if I call the police, then it's gonna be a big hootenanny, and I didn't know if everything's okay. I don't think my grandmother would like that, but, keeps getting later and later.
Okay, maybe wait a little longer, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, okay, yeah. She did have kind of a hushed conversation at the party I thought was weird.
Conversation with?
Some guy named Dak, I think.
Dak.
Oh, do you know him?
No, that was a side. That was not in character.
I know one of my favorite DM jokes is to try to act like what you say out of character is in character.
Okay, well, I know some people. I'll ask around and get back to you.
Okay, it could be nothing. I just noticed they were whispering at one point during the party and thought it was weird.
Do you know where I would find this Dak fellow?
No, I don't.
Okay. Thank you, Eldon. I'll ring you back when I hear something.
Okay.
Okay.
Eldon may not know much about Dak, but Lester, you would know a little bit. And assuming you were crowded around the phone or what all Maggie shares, that Dak works around the docks.
Yeah, he works out of the south side of the Rowan city as an operation out of the docks outside of Capone's. normal jurisdiction. So he's kind of a new gangster on the scene that doesn't work specifically with any of the normal crowd. So we could either, I don't know how smart it is to go and just go straight up to the south side and see if we can snoop around and find anybody until we just straight run into this guy, or maybe we should try to talk to some people who might know of him to see if we can get some more information on maybe what that conversation was about.
Okay.
I have an associate who I work pretty closely with. I had a short conversation with last night named John Dillinger, who seemed to know a little bit, but we were at a party, didn't want to talk too much. He could perhaps know something, or it seems like he has some sort of connections. So we could kind of go either way there.
What do you think, June?
I say we go speak with John, see what he knows.
All right.
Great.
Or can we do both at the same time? Can we get John? Can we pick up John and go and see who? Go for one.
Yeah, I can call John if you guys want me to, and see where he's at and what he's doing. If he got some time.
All right, operator patches you through to what you believe to be the best point of contacts for Mr. Dillinger, and eventually get through to him. It's early though.
Yeah. Hey John, sorry to bother you so early this morning. Wild party last night. We barely got out. Would you get out okay?
You know me, I have a knack for escaping and evading.
Well, I won't bother you too much. I know it's early in the morning and you got business to do. We talked shortly over deck last night, and kind of, the new face and of, the Roaring City, kind of somebody moving in. We have question to believe Corrine Quickfoot didn't make it home last night. And the last time her grandson, who we talked to this morning, was seen was in a conversation with this Dak guy. Do you happen to know anything about that? Anything about how the party was busted last night? Where she might be?
Hey, Jimmy, listen. Dak is kind of a wild card around here. Nobody knows where he came from. Nobody knows, how he's swooping up some of the unclaimed turf. Yeah, a bit strange. I will say I think it's only a matter of time before he gets on Capone's radar, though. Not many can operate, without his blessing.
Do you think it'd be wise for us to put him on Capone's radar now?
I hesitate to get mixed in with Capone, to be honest.
Okay.
It can be a bit of a loose cannon and not somebody you want giving you attention that you don't want.
I just thought maybe if we come in with this gift, if you will, with nothing asked in return, that it could be us favor down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it could. You've always had a good sense for that kind of thing. So if you think that's a play, then it could be. But just kind of giving you,
Yeah.
the rundown on my end.
Yeah, appreciate the honesty there. And then last thing before I let you go, you heard anything about Corrine? Why she didn't make it home last night? Where she might be?
No, but I don't pay much attention to the tabloids and all that. No, I don't know much about her really. Hey, listen, I did some snooping around after we talked last night. If you got a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you got?
Yeah, so word's carrying around that Chase was supposed to get a delivery to the Unsleeping City, and that delivery never happened. Thought it was weird, you know. Might help you in some of the conversations we were having.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I'll remember that. Try to dig down where that delivery might have gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm going back to bed.
All right. Thanks, John.
Yeah, you got Jimmy.
Yeah. Okay, so John didn't really know much about Kareen. I'm gonna act like you guys heard that whole conversation. I'm not.
Nice.
Speak on.
Also, not crucial. This Unsleeping City I'll use is pretty much synonymous with New York. The same way I'll use the Roaring City as pretty much synonymous with Chicago.
All right.
What next?
So I think two options, speaking out loud to you guys, because that was kind of a dead end. We can keep going down this Kareen Quickfoot trip, which would be interesting. Or we can go over to Hoot. Hoot could help us with the Kareen Quickfoot thing, but I don't know how much information he's going to have. I think it sounds like the Kareen Quickfoot thing is outside of my area of expertise, if you know what I mean, my neck of business. And it sounds like it's more in June's world. And so if we wanted to go back to that Kareen Quickfoot thing, yeah, go ahead.
Like, it was a raid last night. I mean, I'm assuming this would make the papers. Do we have any information? Do I get a paper at my place? Is there any information about said raid last night in the paper?
All right. Give me a second here. Let's see if I've got something.
Georgie, get my paper.
Actually, let's do this.
Gotta read the paper over breakfast.
That's way to do.
Post.
What'd you say, Kate?
Said the Morning Post.
Let's try. Okay, nope. I'm trying. I got something for you that I think will work. That one either. Okay. Stand by.
I was just going to say the other option that we have that somebody actually might know something, because it doesn't seem like it's in my neck of the woods, in my line of business, so the people that know anything about this would possibly be the Waynes of the world.
Yeah.
The Swifts.
Oh, I hate them.
That's true.
We really have to go that way.
We don't have to.
I can also ask my grandmother and see if she's heard anything.
Who?
My grandmother.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Dave, I'll call my grandmother.
Yeah. Okay.
And just I feel like a little gossip is needed. Time for the girls to take over.
Nice.
I get our little phone free going.
Yeah.
Okay, and Alyssa, I don't have a very. I was hoping I could actually give you a newspaper thing, because in the game I run, in the other game I run, Roaring City, I was making newspaper clips to recap our sessions. And I thought I might have one about Kareen already made and in there, but I don't. So we'll just instead of getting visual aid, I'll just get you what's on the paper.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing first? The paper, or you're calling up your grandmother, Maggie?
Paper.
The paper first? Okay.
Yeah.
And what were you looking for in the paper?
Anything about the raid last night or the party?
Okay. Yeah, so kind of going to the like gossip section of the newspaper, there is a big old bold header saying police raid ends extravagant party is kind of like the headline, and it just details the facts that there was a not very well kept secret of a party at Willie's that was busted up by the feds, who proceeded to make a couple arrests and destroy like X amount of gallons of illegal alcohol. And
Not much there.
And that's about all the newspapers reported.
Ooh.
And then
We
getting
know.
grandmother on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, grandmother.
Oh, I
Are
was
you-
worried when you didn't come home last night.
Are you okay? And a couple of things that got lost.
Oh yes, I'm okay. There was, some nice young fellows who helped some of us older folk get out okay, and I actually had a relatively delightful conversation with one of the police officers.
It's wonderful, Grandmama. I'm glad to hear that you got home safely. I was very worried about you. Say, have you heard from Corrine yet since what happened at the speakeasy last night?
Oh, no, I hadn't heard from her. I didn't want to, take up too much of her time while she was, shaking hands and kissing babies, as they say.
Well, it appears she didn't come home last night, and her grandson Eldon is very worried about her. So I was just calling to see if maybe you had heard anything about where she might be or what may have happened.
Oh no, that must be some sort of mistake. Corrine always is home. She very rarely leaves the suites.
Do you know where she would go if she wasn't home?
Tea?
Okay, thank you, Grandmama.
Ask her about the police officer.
Be back soon.
Grandmama,
Yes?
what did police officer talk about?
Oh, listen, like, I'm kind of past the point of, like, running, So when the feds come into the joint and I'm still just sitting finishing my drink there, I just said, hey, ma'am, is that an illegal beverage? And I was just kind of like, well, it wasn't illegal a couple of years ago, Sonny. And he's just like, well, I'm not really here looking to arrest, the elderly, ma'am, or anything, but I kind of just gave him a little pinch on the cheek and told him to go, earn his money somewhere else.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an interesting conversation, Grandmama.
I think I knew his mother.
Oh, I'm sure she's very proud.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, Grandmama, I'll talk to you later.
It was cribbage tonight.
Okay, thank you. I may be home for dinner. I'm not sure.
She hung up.
No.
Like that one. I like her.
I love Grandma.
And I just sit there and I like, because I'm hearing this whole thing, I'm like, what did you say, Quibbage? Is that what you said?
Cribbage.
Crib?
Cribbage.
I've never heard of that, but I'm like, that sounds good.
Was it a game back then?
Oh, it is now.
It's this game. I don't think I've ever. Oh, well, I can't share my screen. Just kidding. I'm so used to sharing my screen for work that I assume that I can just pull up whatever and show you guys.
Cribbage dates back to the 17th century.
Wow. All right.
Wild.
Okay, so are we gonna go see Hoot, or what? What are we hoping to do?
I mean, I think our last two options are either to go see Hoot. Well, I think that's our option since June doesn't seem to want to call the Swifts to see if they know it.
I mean, I'd rather not, but
We don't have to. We can go to Hoot.
we can.
Is it all of them you don't like? Because I heard you talking to the brother last night.
He's not as bad as she is.
Okay.
She is the worst. He is fine.
Oh,
Fine.
okay.
Just fine.
So maybe we could give him a.
We could. We can.
All right,
Let's do that.
Last phone call, Devo, we promise.
To trying to get in contact with Osmium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
What's their last name? Is it Swift or is it Smith?
Swift, like fast. Swift.
Okay.
Operator plugs you through, and it just rings and rings.
Devo's done with their phone calls.
Well, too many phone calls. My phone bill's gonna be high anyways.
All right, let's go see Hoot. Let's jump in the car. Let's get out of town.
Let's go. We'll take my car.
All right. On your way to the car, little boy, maybe with some orcish blood, hard to say. Maybe 12 years old or so. Kind of, you notice some eyeballing you, Lester.
Okay. Orcish is what you said?
You think so? Maybe there's a little bit of like green tint in the skin and like maybe like faint traces of like tusks on the bottom of the lip.
Let's see if this works. Okay, I pull out a silver piece and kind of flash at my fingers, like, "Hey, kid, come here."
Kind of puffs out his chest a little bit and walks towards you with his best like confident walk.
Who's got you sitting here on the block?
Kind of squints at you. You babyface?
And I just get pissed, and I'm like, who the heck is that? Who the hell is that? Get out of here, scram! And I pull the silver dollar, don't give it to him, kind of give him a kick in the butt on the way out, tell him to hit the road.
He scampers back a few feet. And he was like, "So it's not you?"
I don't know anybody by that name. I don't go by that name. Certainly don't have little kids like you calling me that name. What's it to you? What if I am?
Well, word out is that you're running Chase's outfit now. Thought you might need a runner or something.
I might consider it.
Whole
You good
town's
at
talking about you taking out Chase. You could
Well,
step
Tom's talking
in.
about me taking that face? Where'd you hear that from?
It's all over.
You got any? You got any friends that are as good at running and listening as you do?
Not as fast.
I mean, it might be more money in it for you if you got a couple people that.
I got friends.
Okay. So I take out an additional silver piece and I say, flick one to him. I say, anything you or your friends here? There's plenty of this where this came from. And then I flick him the other piece and I say, that's for never calling me babyface ever again.
He kind of tips his newsy hat and kind of gives you the silent yes sir boss.
I absolutely now want to be what's his name from Game of Thrones?
The spider.
I'm like, usually this now. Yeah.
Spider? Or Littlefinger?
With the birds.
Yeah. Berries.
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 Your little spies.
Oh, wait,
That's
before he
all.
runs off, you got a name?
Yep. Sure do, mister.
He's definitely orcish.
It's Frug.
Frog.
Frog?
Frug, yeah.
Frog. Okay. Frog.
It's like, all right, Frog, I'll be seeing you.
Tip of the cap.
All right,
Go
cool.
scampering off.
All right, and then I don't even look at you guys. I don't even ask for you to even ask a question. I just keep heading towards the car.
All right, and driving out towards Hoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. When you get pretty close to Hoot's little compound, you see a car, or it's almost like a van. I don't know if they had van. For transporting items. Full of stuff. Pulling out by you. Why don't you all make perception checks?
Oh boy. Perception check. Oh my god. Will you chill?
Wait.
Oh.
Oh no.
Sorry, I rolled mine twice accidentally.
Yeah, I see that.
Are we doing this in D&D Beyond, Davey?
You can, yes. And,
How do I do it?
You just did it.
Because when
Boom, you got it. Dang, you guys are perceptive. Nice.
Yeah, wow.
Ooh.
Maggie and June, it's Hoot. Hoot is about to pass you on the road.
Hoot.
And
Whoever.
I start honking.
Yeah. Hits the brakes and kind of stops alongside of you, rolls down the window.
Hoot, my boy, where are you headed?
I think they found me. I think they know where I'm working out of. I gotta find a new spot. I got everything packed in back here.
Are there people back at the Green Mill?
Green Mill, maybe. I don't know. But
Oh, sorry. No,
I think my distillery might be compromised. I gotta find a new spot off the radar.
Is it the police?
Doubt it. Listen
Where you
though.
headed?
Well, I don't know. If you find a good spot, you let me know. But I could use some help.
What do you need?
I need rye and yeast. Lots of
You
it.
know anybody who you came from?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's around, but people keeping an eye on it now. Since it's become an important ingredient around these parts in these times. So you should be able to find it in the docks. They get shipments of it, but you know all that stuff. The people keep monitoring. Monitoring is the word. You know, people be monitoring that kind of stuff nowadays.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll head off to the docks. Is there anybody specific we need to talk to?
No. In fact, maybe it's even better you don't talk. You just do.
You got it. Are there any questions you guys need to ask him?
Before we go our separate ways, have you heard about Cream Quickfoot and what may have happened to her after the raid last night?
Who?
Cream Quickfoot, the birthday girl from last night?
Oh, the rabbit lady? Oh, no, she seemed nice, though.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, if you're able to get that stuff, leave a call at the Green Mill.
You got it.
All right. And remember, if you find any good spots, you know, off the beaten tracks, let me know.
Will do.
He goes right off. It's like rattling a bunch of moonshine and whatnot.
I look at you two and I say we could go to the docks. Sounds like a lot of things are leading us there.
Everything's pointing that way. I think this is me out of character. I think we should go there. I think we need to be really careful because there's a lot of stuff going down there. So I think we can't just be like, y'all seen Dak? Like, it'll get down there. It seems like a bad plan. You know?
Yeah.
I agree. We need to go.
Snooping around definitely is the thing. We don't need to maybe take a peek and try to see who's got Hoot's place, or is that just Bad News Bears since they obviously came in there to mess it up?
Bad news.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know that we find anything useful there other than bad people.
We can go to the docks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I do a quick Yui.
Okay. Head back into town.
Full speed.
Back into town.
And the Yui's tough because it's like a dirt road, you know, away from town. So it's definitely kind of like an Austin Powers 16-point turnaround. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm after like this car crap. I could do this a lot better than another car. Try to make up like I'm doing a 16-point turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick 16.
You got some experience behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so the docks, South Roaring City. There are kind of two versions of the docks. There is the boating docks, and then there's the airship docks. So the boating docks are obviously right on the coast, on the water, and then the airship dock. There's like the tallest hill in Roaring City is in the south, and there is airship docks up, kind of suspended, you know, over the air, based off of on the top of this hill. If looking for like the yeast and rye, you're more than likely getting that from the airship docks.
Okay. And where would Dak be? Do we know? Yeah.
Yeah, tough to say. Tough to say.
What would we get at the boating docks?
There's a lot of portals there in teleportation circles. It's kind of like the Ellis Island, you know, so people coming in from different planes, the Fey realm, you know, the Underdark, teleporting into the city. Most are required to go through the docks, through the ports or the portals, down on the riverbed, as well as, you know, kind of basic boat transport and travel.
Sweet. Let's head to the airship docks.
All right. So you pull the car up and up and up, kind of spiraling up around this hill, making your way to the kind of the heights of the Roaring City, and eventually leads you to the air docks. Now on Roll20. That's a big ol' map. I'm zoomed out all the way to like 40%.
Oh wow.
Who day?
And you all will be like right in here.
Sweet. All right. It probably doesn't seem smart for us to get both the yeast and the rye all together. You guys agree with that? Like we should split up and get them separately, if we can. Like we're not together.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
It's like if you're a serial killer, you don't buy tape and a knife at the same place.
Yeah. That's a good call.
Michael Brett is experienced in mass murder.
You're not recording this, are you, Devo?
Yes, I am.
Murders from Connecticut.
Yep.
Okay, I'll look for yeast because then I can say it's for baking. I'm buying it for baking.
Got it.
I'm gonna go with Maggie here. Us girls are gonna stick together. You seem you don't know what you're doing anyways by yourself, Lester.
All right, sweet. And it's my job to buy what again? The rye? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Devo, can we see like a direction in which we might find either of these? Since we're going to the low ask around a bunch.
Yeah, so there's only a few ships docked at the moment. Whether they're bringing in goods, leaving with goods, or there are a few establishments that are based off of the airships, such as the Hawthorne Inn and some other places, to eat and whatnot. If you're looking at the map, there's a couple smaller airships on the west side. Those don't look big enough to be transport ships bringing stuff in like yeast and rye. The Big Bertha over here on the east, though, does look like it's a big enough vessel to have been bringing in some imports from other places, and you're likely to find both yeast and rye aboard this vessel.
Sweet. So we'll go over there, but we'll go over there separately.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll ladies first. I'll let you guys go over first, and I'll slink behind.
So don't forget. Do you want us to pull our characters onto the map?
Yeah.
Caleb?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys remember how to do that on Roll20?
Yeah, one more time. I'm trying to make this map fit on my screen. Where am I grabbing myself?
Right down here. But then you want to drag your token over.
And you do that by clicking the little newspaper-looking thing, and then you click and drag your name.
You click the name and drag your name.
Yeah, newspaper.
Yeah.
Drag your name onto the map.
All right, so I'm gonna just be over here.
Yep.
Do.
Oh, there you are. Yep. I'm gonna drag you down here.
But we're going to the airship, is that right?
You tell me. Well, you're not there yet, so don't go moving your token.
Oh.
Depending on the manner you're trying to approach this ship. So how are you trying to approach this ship?
June, what do you think? Are we sneaking on? What are we? What are we trying?
Well, I mean, I can change my physical form, right? So, but I have to be wearing what I'm wearing. So, any thoughts on me becoming someone who might lead you around? can't exactly become. Probably would have to stay female, whatever my character is, because I have a dress on today.
Yeah. Do we know any? We wouldn't know anything about like who would be on that airship, right?
Alyssa, does it allow you to transform your clothes or your appearance, or just your appearance?
Just my appearance, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, not my clothes. So,
I mean, how sneaky are you guys?
That's a good question. How sneaky are they?
How's your stealth?
My stealth is not great.
Quick note, Maggie, you do have some abilities due to your class, which could be
I do have
useful.
past traits.
No.
So
Well, you do, but not what I
I'm
was thinking.
persuasive.
what were you thinking?
You have got a little thing called Wild Shape.
Oh, okay.
You could use
Like-
that to like turn into a cat, a spider,
Okay.
puppy dog.
Yeah, I'll turn into a cat.
Well, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but like, you know, that kind of stuff might be handy in sneaky type of situations.
Yeah. Okay. Before I am gonna do that, but before I do that, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
On the party.
And just so you know, as soon as you go into cat, you speak cat.
Helpful.
And only cat.
Okay.
Oh boy. I don't speak cat.
But I would know that, right?
Right.
Okay.
Unless you want to play it like Maggie's never done this before, which would also be hilarious.
I'm gonna tell Lester and that so I'm going to transform into a cat and I can sneak on board and find what we need. If I find what we need, I'll meow twice. If I don't find it, I'll meow 5 times.
Got it.
And I'm looking at her like, you're gonna turn into what?
And then
into a cat right
Yeah.
in front of his eyes.
Yep. So, before, right in front of you, Lester, you see Maggie's form shift into a small little cat.
And I have to like hold my like excitement down because we're trying to be like quiet and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, kind of freaked out.
Absolutely. Now, Maggie, if I know your features correctly, I think you can be a cat for like 2 hours.
Dang.
And I lean down and I'm like, I look at the cat and I'm like, Maggie, is that you? Maggie.
Meow.
And I just like rub up against him to confirm it. Like I rub against his leg.
And I look at June and I'm like, is this Maggie?
I'm gonna roll my eyes and go, yes. She just said she was gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
So I'll sneak on the airship and see what I can find.
And I kind of look at June and I'm like, she said she meows 5 times. It's the stuff's on there.
Oh, 5 is no, 2 is yes.
Wow.
Focus, Lester.
Okay.
Okay, so how I like to do this, technically a cat adds a +4 to their stealth. So if I ask you to make a stealth roll as a cat, it's just a +4. But my whole thing is like, it wouldn't be weird to see a cat walking around the docks, and many like dock workers or some of the patrolmen there wouldn't think twice about there being a cat. So it's like stealth isn't necessarily, in this case, like remaining unseen. It's like, what's strange about seeing a cat? So I'm gonna have you shoot. You already did Pass Without a Trace. which is a +10 to your stealth. Because you are a cat, I'm gonna say add 10 to your stealth. So you, so it's kind of pointless for you to roll because whatever you roll, we're gonna add 20 to it.
Dang. So you guys add 10 to your stealth.
Yeah, are you all are people traveling with Maggie Cats, or is Maggie Cats going ahead?
Right, a certain distance.
30 feet.
I feel like we've got to sneak within a distance where, and I'm pretty sneaky. I don't know about you, June.
I'm very not sneaky.
Okay.
So just know I'm a loud, well-known person.
Yeah.
Maybe change your appearance, but you're not known.
Yeah. It will still not really help me with my, I don't know, well, maybe it will help me with my sneakiness, but yeah, I'm not that sneaky.
Okay. So
you can pretend you're going to meet your husband on board.
And bring him lunch. That's a good idea. I'm gonna bring my husband some lunch. Because I assume I have a purse with me. I got some sort of bag.
Sure.
And then I'll try to sneak kind of around the ship as well. Maybe not onto it yet, but I'm around, just trying to get some eyes.
Okay, why don't you all start moving your tokens just in 10 square increments.
Okay.
That's fine, Maggie.
Oh, okay.
Can I change my appearance to look more like a dock worker's wife? I don't know what that would look like.
Yes, you can. It would just be a matter of taking 6 seconds to do, which is, not much. And yeah, do you need to have seen that person or anything? But that's more for future reference. You most certainly can make yourself awkward.
Do I have to have that? Do I have to have that sort of reference?
Let's see. You can change your appearance and your voice, by the way, which could be quite handy as an actress, if I might say so myself. You can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen. So your list of appearances you can take is limited to who you have seen. But, I mean, that's still a ridiculous amount of people.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a good idea, Jim, to use the bartender that Hoot used.
The lady, yeah.
Grumabel.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take on the appearance of Grumabel. Okay. Alrighty. So you're approaching like you belong then, June.
High confidence.
Yes. Okay, so
walking in like I've been here before.
Okay, so you're gonna make a stealth check, but it's actually going to be a deception check.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you can still add Maggie's little cheeky +10 to that. Okay, and Lester, you're slinking down kind of towards the bottom.
Yeah, my whole goal is to go over to where like this little overhang is and like kind of drop onto this side part of the ship.
Gotcha.
Like front.
Gotcha.
If we want to get onto the ship.
Okay.
I'm heading that way.
Okay. And you are sneaking?
I'm totally sneaking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anyone to even see me.
Okay. So I'll have you make a regular old stealth check. You still benefit from Maggie's +10 for now.
Yeah, not to brag, but my dexterity is 14, and I have a +4 on stealth. So,
nice.
I'm about the ball here.
There you go.
Oh, this is normal roll.
Now, June, I see you rolled stealth, but you can actually roll deception, and it'll count as your stealth.
Oh, here's the thing. I wear armor-worn chainmail, so it's a disadvantage, Devo. Select what roll. Normal, advantage, disadvantage, roll twice, super advantage.
So because you're rolling with disadvantage, you just rolled twice, and we take the lower. Did you see your rolls?
No.
Oh no! It's June. I was June's. Okay.
Okay.
I was about to be very excited that you just rolled in that one.
No, I haven't rolled yet. Because it's asking me, like, do I do a disadvantage roll then?
Yeah, but isn't your stuff double rolling anyways?
I think so, but it might not this time. I don't know because it's asking me.
June, you're still 18 because you have passed that.
No, hers is a 25. Because June did not have disadvantage. So, because her first roll was a 15 for deception.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, and yours is a 14, Lester. That was the lower of your two rolls.
Right, so I'm a 24. We're all pretty deep.
Am I supposed to?
What's that?
Am I supposed to roll anything?
Yes, a stealth. Oh. But you're adding 20, so it's almost like what?
Yeah.
At this point, we should literally just use stealth for everything. We never have to talk to anybody. We just go sneak around.
Without Trace, gotten our other campaign out of a lot of like potentially hairy situations.
That's funny.
Okay, so Maggie, you have a 27 stealth as a cat. June, you rolled a 25 stealth by acting like you belong there. Lester, you rolled a 14, and you actually think, Lester, that you hear a little bit of kerfuffle coming from this little office. A little bit of, like, maybe the squeaking of a chair as it pushes back of somebody getting up from the desk.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask Maggie to proceed.
But Lester's the only one that heard the little kerfuffle.
Well, it's more of a reaction to Lester had a lower stealth roll. Oh wait, aren't we still adding 10 to Lester's too, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a 24.
That's a 24. That's a 24. Yeah. So you don't hear a chair scooting back as if to go investigate. You hear maybe like somebody straightening papers on a desk.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm like Arya Stark in it over here.
Like 10 feet at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, not 10 feet, like 10 squares. Like, if you want to be on the boat at this point, you can be.
Yeah. I'll go over here.
Okay. What you see, above the top deck are several armed guards. They are not police officers. They seem to be like maybe hired to protect, cargo on board these airships. You see over here like double doors leading to some sort of, structure atop the airship, as well as several other, buildings. And then not far from you is like a trapdoor crate kind of a thing where cranes might be able to load cargo into the ships from above.
Okay. Closer to those double doors.
Okay.
And just kind of 5 armed guards. And are the doors closed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of wait around until the door opens.
Okay.
So I can.
All right. Very good. What about you, June?
Ooh. Good question. Guards. How many guards are there up there?
At the moment, you can observe 3. 2 on deck. One's kind of like right in front of you. Like you're headed towards one.
And they can all see each other?
Yeah, more or less.
Shoot.
This guy here next to the kitty might have a little bit of a tough time seeing the one outside because of this big bridge.
Okay. If I call him closer to me, will he be totally obstructed from view?
Yes.
I would like to do that.
Oh my God, murder him in cold blood.
No. I have a plan. I have a plan.
All right. In what manner are you calling this fellow over to you?
I'm waving at him like I know him. Like, hey, hi.
Gotcha.
Come in. Come here.
You're waving
Come
him
over
over.
here.
Okay.
Yeah. Very confident.
That was a roll for the fellow's perception. Not great. So he's like kind of giving you the squint, like, do I know you? But he does indeed start walking towards you.
Okay, great. I can cast a spell at this point.
Sure.
I would like to lull this individual to sleep.
Ooh, all right. So that's
Can I cast that?
Yes, you
And
can.
then you murder him?
It's easier to murder someone when they're sleeping.
Yeah, then you murder him? Is that the plan?
No.
thought you
Different
were-
plan.
Woo!
Oh, did it?
Okay,
did it
so
cap-
how
did it work?
this spell works is you roll 5d8. If 5d8, if your roll ends up being equal to or more than this person's hit points, they fall asleep.
Oh God.
So I think maybe you can click on that 5d8 and it'll roll for you. Maybe the one that's like highlighted in pink.
Oh,
Very
5d8.
good.
Wow.
So, and just by the way, you also could have done this if this guy was. Oh, you wanted him to get out of sight. Yeah, I was gonna say you could have done this.
Yeah.
He could be 90 feet away.
No, I have a plan. I need him to be out of sight because I have a plan.
Gotcha. Yeah, you call him out of sight, and you cast your spell. With some hand movements, a pinch of fine sand and rose petals, and finally, some sort of arcane language or verbiage, and this guy just hits the floor asleep.
Yay!
And
Now I'm gonna take his clothes and turn into him.
Perfect. Okay. Are you leaving this guy naked right there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, before June does I see him fall asleep, and I make eye contact with June, and I'm like I verbalize, like, do you want me to kill him? Like, I'm like really excited about it.
No, we don't have to murder everyone.
All right, whatever. And then I go back to what I'm doing.
Yep. Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool there, June. Yeah. What are you up to, Lester?
Yeah, so I'm kind of on the ledge of this, like, I guess small airship that's just sitting on the dock here. And I need to get past the kind of doorway to this officer's thing.
Right.
So I'm thinking of a little, like a barrel roll
Okay.
out past the doorway.
Cool. Yeah.
And then,
You can do either a like athletics or an acrobatics check if you'd like, or
okay.
stealth. Just however you want to.
Both of them are real good. But I have the +10 on stealth, so I kind of want to keep using it.
I don't know if you will. You won't. You're more than 30 feet away from Maggie.
Oh, we lost it. Okay.
No.
Once you get back within 30 feet, you're covered, right?
I think so. I think you could like leave it and come back into it.
Okay. All right. Well, I will just do an acrobatics because I feel like that makes sense. Like I'm
A little barrel roll
Yeah.
type of thing.
a little barrel.
Tuck and roll.
Nat 20.
Nice.
You do so and more.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. And like, so basically what you're saying is while I'm barrel rolling, I catch June's eye and I'm like upside down and I kind of wink as I barrel roll.
Yeah, there's a little like slow-mo moment almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I slink to the corner here, right above like the edge of this airship. I'm still on like because the airship's below.
It is.
seems like-
Yeah, I was going to have you roll an acrobatics to drop down on. But if you would like to carry over your nat 20 and just say you did it all in this one fell swoop, I'm here for it.
Great, awesome. So yeah, so I do the wink roll and then like just slide right off the edge, grab the edge with one hand, and then with like just a whisper, I just like let go and softly land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I just saw it as clear as day in my mind's eye.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah. All in a 3-piece suit, by the way. Don't forget.
Right. Right.
Wait, how tall are you, Lester?
You know, like 5'3".
Unimportant.
Unimportant.
Are you a hat? What are you? What's your race?
A half elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a real quick summary of where we're at so far. Kitty Maggie has managed to get on board and is just kind of waiting near a pair of double doors. June has subdued and stripped a guard to kind of take their place. And Lester has acrobatically and sneakily kind of snuck his way onto the bow ship.
The front or the back?
The front.
The bow.
Hey!
What an inspiration, Davo.
Thank you. Door opens. Maggie.
Oh, I slink in there.
Okay. You managed to do so. And
what do I see?
And this map isn't very indicative of this being like a cargo ship, so you might have to, use your imagination a little bit as far as the map goes. So it's kind of not a kitchen, like a rec room, a place where, or a mess hall, a place where like the crew would go for meals and that kind of a thing while traveling across the skies.
Okay. Are there any like doors or anything that I could go through to look at other areas?
Yeah, directly across from where you entered is another set of double doors.
Okay. Are they open?
Just a pinch, a skew.
Okay. I squeeze through those.
Okay, and you see stairs descending downwards.
Okay, I take the stairs.
And there's like cargo everywhere, crates and crates and crates and sacks and sacks and sacks of stuff down below.
Are they labeled with anything?
Oh yes. Sugar, flour, corn, rye.
Okay.
Cat food. Yeast. Kitty litter.
Okay. Perfect.
Explosives. No,
Okay.
just kidding. I'm not giving you guys explosives. I'm not giving Lester. I'm not giving Lester explosives.
Please
Okay, maybe.
Okay. So I meow really loud 2 times.
All right, Lester, and well, actually, let me have, since this kind of all takes place at the same time. June, if you'd like to approach, you may do so. Lester, if you'd like to move, you may do so. And then I'm gonna have you make checks to see if you hear Maggie's meows.
I've got to kind of sneak past this guard over here.
If you want. Don't feel like I'm forcing you to move.
I'm gonna move.
What do you
over
want
here.
us to check with?
What, Alyssa?
What did you want us to check with?
A perception
Like-
for hearing the meow.
Okay. So I'm gonna move to the edge here.
Okay.
And then I'll
And after kind of pause, I do 2 meows again.
And Lester, I'm gonna need you to make another stealth check. June, I'm not gonna have you do one because you look exactly like the guard at this point.
All right. Another stealth check. You got it.
And you make these with disadvantage, you said, because of your
'Cause I got chainmail.
armor, your quote unquote chainmail.
Yep.
Are you close enough now, though, that
He's not.
you
I
have your...
checked.
No.
It's double the distance he needs to be.
Ooh, not very stealthy.
So
Oh, no.
so June, you come walking across the. I feel like it's a gang bridge, gangplank,
Anyway,
gangway.
I don't know.
And you see out of the corner of your peripheral vision Lester sneaking around, but not very well. And you see this guard here react to Lester. Hey! What are you doing? Points a gun in the direction.
Crap.
You know what? Let's roll initiative. Just in cases.
All right.
Where is
Okay.
that?
Twice accidentally.
And then did you all roll your perceptions? Okay, yeah. June, you heard the meows.
I did not.
I'm going to say you didn't just because
Because I rolled an 11.
got stuff going.
I'm tripping over barrels and stuff.
Mhm,
After that
mhm.
cool thing I did.
Wow, not the highest rolls here.
Well, I think both me and Maggie rolled a higher initiative originally and then rolled again.
You can override yours. You should be able to click on your number and put your original roll.
Okay, so I would be a 13 and Maggie would be a 13 as well.
Is it letting you edit yours?
I just did it.
Also a 13. Okay, so Maggie and Lester, who has the higher dexterity?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I have a 14 dexterity.
I have a 13.
Oh, okay. So Lester will go first, unless you two would like to have Maggie go.
I'm like down the bottom,
Okay.
so yeah, let's let Lester go first.
Okay, so Lester, you see this guard turn towards you, gun raised, and shout, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And it's
And I instantly, knowing that like I've tripped and made noise, I go, "Hey, good to see you guys. Like, sorry I scared you. How's it going? I should be here."
Yeah. Okay,
Like,
all right.
Like, hey guys, at June, because I know. Oh wait, I saw June change, so I know June is that
You did.
person.
Yeah, you
So
did.
I'm like, kind of like the eyes, like, help me out here.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Clearly,
Okay.
careful this dude.
Very good. All right. Did you want to like continue moving or move at all?
Yeah, so like after I kind of trip down this little gullieway and make all my noise, I kind of just like walk over. Like I kind of strut over, but not too much. I just make a couple steps forward because he is pointing a gun at me.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have you make a deception check.
Okay.
Ooh, very good. I'm gonna have my guard make an insight check. Okay. So he's kind of believing what you're selling. He was like, "Oh, okay." Like kind of that moment where you like realize that you're supposed to know somebody, but you don't remember their name, kind of a thing.
Right.
He's like, "Oh yeah, okay. well, who'd you clear this with? Like, I was told, nobody should, right. And like, we can conclude more of that on his turn.
And I kind of see that he doesn't know who I am, like, but he thinks he should know who I am. And I'm like, are you serious? You're asking me? Like, you're going to ask me who I am and if I need to clear something? And then I look at June, I'm like, I already talked to your pal here. Hey, maybe clear some things up. He should know I'm here to pick up the shipment, the order.
Very good. All right, we'll pick up from there. But for now, Maggie, you're up. So Maggie, you found a bunch of cargo down below, and a cat has advantage on perception checks, relying on smell. I'm not sure that's helpful. But I would like to think that you would be aware that there's a little bit of action going on up top. Maybe you can hear it from these kind of like trap doors.
Okay.
Leading to the deck.
So I'll sneak. Do I have enough distance as a cat to back up to the deck completely?
You have 40 feet worth. You want to go like back the way you came, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get right back to like the double doors.
So I'll just kind of wait on the inside of these double doors and hold my action until an enemy tries to strike.
Okay. What action are you holding?
Are they holding guns?
Yep.
I'm holding heat metal.
You can't cast the spell as a cat.
Oh.
But really cool idea to heat up their guns. I like where your head's at.
What can I do as a cat?
You can claw attack, or you can stop being a cat.
I'll stop being a cat, but is that
no.
Yes.
I know it's probably the smart thing.
What?
I'm imagining you jumping out of the double doors that this guy
That's what I'm gonna do.
Rich when he opens the cupboard and the cat just flies out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold my action and then pounce on an enemy if he tries to attack.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right, and that gets us to you, June. So to your right, I picture you see this guy kind of pointing a gun at Lester. Lester seems to have kind of chilled him out, and then there's another guard kind of wondering what the heck's going on to your left.
Yeah, so what did these are guards, right? But there are also dock workers, I assume. But do we see any dock workers like on this ship?
No, you don't.
Okay. Do we know what they would look like?
Yeah, just kind of a everyday laborer.
Do they? I guess I'm asking is does Michael's character look? Could he pass as a dock worker?
I'm also trying to sell the fact that like they should know I am and I'm here for a shipment. Like my idea here is that we like get them to just literally like give us their eye and stuff. Like we're supposed to pick it up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go for, but I was gonna be like, my idea was gonna be like, this guy's here to unload the stuff. Like, does nobody know what's going on? Like, the boss just told me 5 minutes ago. Like,
gotcha.
You didn't get this? Like, that's what I was planning on doing. But I just want to make sure you look like somebody who should be doing that.
I look like the buyer. I'm in like a 3-piece suit.
Right.
So you came to check your stuff.
Yeah. I think what you both are thinking works, but rather than Lester being the muscle, he's like the client or whatever.
Idea.
By appearance.
Okay. So I'm gonna give that same speech. But the boss just said this guy was coming down to check his ride. Let him on. Why are you always pulling your guns?
There you go. All right. And you're saying this like as one of them. So make a deception check with advantage. Also remember, if you fail, many of you have inspiration. And Kate, you earned an inspiration on objectives. So if you fail any of these, and you can use it.
Okay.
Nice. You don't need it. You don't need it. Another nat 22. My goodness.
Yeah.
And that's like with a +7 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy kind of like, he full on lets his gun down to his side and just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, I must have been on the shitter when we heard about this or something. And so he kind of looks to you, Lester, and he's like, okay, yeah, so what do you need? Like, what do you need?
Yeah, absolutely. We ordered. I wrote this down. Yeah, we ordered. I have a big order of yeast and rye that should be ready to go out right now and be taken away with me.
Yeast and rye, you say, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I got deliveries to a bakery for the rye, and the yeast is to a different bakery down the street.
Oh yeah, sure, a bakery. Yeah. You got any and he starts rubbing his fingers together, to speed along the process with your yeast and rye?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got a few gold pieces for all of you. No problem.
All right, listen, Stan, get the crane going. And you see he's looking at you, June.
I have to get the crane going.
You're Stan.
Is that what you're insinuating?
Oh god.
It's my lunch break. You do it. And I'm just gonna
like walk away.
Turn and walk slowly away. Like I'm not gonna totally walk away, but I'm just gonna just not look at him.
You see him like throw up his hands.
Quickly jump in because I know like I can't have this meltdown, and I'm like, I don't care who loads it. Here, I'll give you an extra gold piece. You load it. Let's get this done. Like I try to make sure he doesn't ask her to do it because I know there's no way that's happening.
There's no way that this child star, this actress, is gonna know how to operate a crane. Yeah, okay. So, and a gold piece, by the way, is like quite the the tip or what have you. So, yeah, he jumps into the crane and this third guy starts unlatching the big kind of trapdoors. Trapdoor is not the best word for it because they're big. You could get like an elephant out from under there. To start loading up some of the goods. And you're seeing all this stuff from a cat perspective.
Purring.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure. Purring's an excellent response. And yeah, this guy that you just greased his palms a bit with a couple of gold pieces starts pulling up rye and yeast out of the cargo bay. You guys got something to put this on? He yells out from behind the crane operator.
Would they fit like visibly? If I'm looking at these, the car that we came in, would that be enough? Like, would that fix?
Yeah. You can try to pull your car up. Okay.
We're gonna pull it around.
Okay. Yep.
And I am worried about the naked body that I left. I should probably go move that while you guys do this, because I was walking away anyways.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We both head up the ramp here. Like I'm headed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Good timing because this guy here may have been starting to head in that direction pretty soon here. So good catch. June, you are able to drag the body off somewhere. And Lester, you're gonna pull the car up, no problem. Still purring, Maggie?
I'll go up to one of the guards and rub his leg while I purr.
Okay, you get little scritches. little scratches on the top of the head. There you go. And over the next, several minutes, 10, 15 minutes, you're able to pull the car up, and it's loaded up with like industrial sized portions of this Ryan yeast, like it's a lot. And if you are ready and so choose, you'd be able to pretty much pull out with your booty.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. So I think we peace.
All right.
I mean, we are in the south area, so maybe right before. Well, I don't think we should ask any questions of these guys because we got the rye. The thing we can go, hey, do you know anything about this guy? They should be like, oh, you should know about that. So I don't want to ask any questions, maybe. So yeah, I'm good to take off if you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I, as a cat, just jump in the car.
Yeah.
Like sit in the back window and
I can't get in the car. Wait, I can't get in the car. I can't get in the car. I have to change.
Couldn't you change your form again?
Yeah, I'm gonna go hide. I'm gonna go wherever I left my clothes in before I get in the car.
Okay, yeah. So you drag the body away, and while you're kind of tucked away, you can shift your appearance again if you'd like, and then change your clothes. Very good.
Yeah,
and you all are able to start wrapping down the hill away from the airship docks once again, still within the heart of the southern Roaring City, territory as well.
And I kind of whisper to June, I go, we should have shot him.
No, we don't have to shoot everyone.
And you just hear from the back window, meow, meow, meow.
And I jump, and I'm like, when did that cat get in here?
Yeah.
And I start kind of swerving a little while, like, why is there a cat in here?
And then I turn back into Maggie.
Okay.
Nice. I slam the brakes. And I totally forgot. I was like, you can turn into a cat?
Did you drink a little too much over your lifetime? Maybe a little bit of bad moonshine that you forgot?
I guess so. So yeah, then I keep driving, but my eyes are huge, blown away.
Okay, and where are you driving?
The green mill. Drop a line to Hoot.
Yeah.
Right?
Are we going straight to the Green Mill, or are we calling the Green Mill?
Oh, yeah, we could just call it.
Yeah, I look at their payphones in this
Sure.
world.
Yep. Pull over, stop at a payphone.
Skirt! Stop at a payphone.
All right. You calling up the Green Mill, Lester?
Calling up Larry at the Green Mill.
There you go. Larry answers. Larry.
Hey, Larry. It's Lester from the other night. Hoot let me know if we had what he was looking for to give a call here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he actually just walked in.
Hoot, we have your yeast and rye. No problem.
Oh,
you ask, I deliver, my friend.
Let me give him the phone then.
No.
Just mess with you. Hey, this is Hoot.
Hoot, you ask, I deliver. We've got the rye and yeast. Where am I taking it?
Okay, cool. Swing by the Green Mill.
Okay. See you in a bit.
I'll be out back.
All right. And then, get back in the car, go to the Green Mill.
All right. Do you all know where to find your passive perception on your character sheets? I think it's like left side.
Senses.
Yeah, but I don't know how to roll it. It doesn't really give me a
Yeah,
Well, what is it?
I can see
11.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
15.
June. You haven't spent much time or energy involved in the underworld of the Roaring City. You're more in the higher circles of the social, scene. But at the heart of this section of the Roaring City, close to the docks, there is an ancient tower, something that fits the description of the old tales of ancient wizard towers that used to, that were erected long ago in the days of bows and arrows and the beginnings of magic. And noticing it, doesn't require any sort of perception skill. It stands sentry over the entire dock area, far taller than most of the other buildings. But with your passive perception, which might be a little bit of a stretch of what the perception skill does, you identify that tower would be an excellent place to keep an eye on comings and goings in the dock. In fact, if you were to be running some sort of underground crew located in this section of the city, that would be a good place to base your operations.
Okay, so
and then Lester gets back
we're
in
driving.
the car. Lester gets back on the car from the payphone.
So it's like in our drivable distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, I would say pretty much what you just said to both of them, but suggest that we not go there now because we have all this stuff in the car. But I think it's, if we want to know what Dak is up to, that we need to. This is a place that we need to check out for sure. Thoughts, team?
That's a good plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Keep it on the list.
And then continue on to the Green Mill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm driving to the Green Mill, I'm still like, so you can turn into cats. And I'm like, and I kind of look at June and I'm like, can you turn into anything? What secret skills do you have?
You literally just saw me turn into another person.
That's not a secret, though. I saw you do that on the first night I met you.
God. You get hit in the head as a child.
I'm just trying to understand who I'm running around with. That way, if we get in a sticky situation, I might know like what you can do. So if you've got the ability to do something like a hidden talent, you need to tell me.
Well, I can turn into any beast that I've seen. So
can't fly or swim yet.
Oh.
So anything you've seen that doesn't fly or swim.
Can turn into like cats or dogs, a squirrel, raccoon, deer. I mean, they're not really here, but back at my home in England, we had lots of deer roaming around our estate. So I can turn into several beasts.
Into any person that I want to, except I won't do clowns because I am terrified of clowns.
Of clowns.
What about you, Lester?
Everything but clowns.
Only clowns?
Only clowns. Everyone but a clown. Any kind of clown, I'm not doing it.
And it may just be me. I don't really understand the concept of what like a hidden secret is. So I kind of just go like, well, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm pretty good with my Tommy gun. And I like to shoot it as often as I can.
Yes, we've gathered.
Is that the kind of hidden talent you guys are talking about? I mean, compared to what June told me, that's not a hidden talent either. I've seen her do it like 40 times.
Well, mine are no longer.
What, like, what, you play music and you...
Oh, I'm pretty talented musician.
What'd you say?
I can play the piano, I can play the flute, and I can play the saxophone pretty well.
Interesting. So if we're in a situation where we need maybe some distraction, you can go on stage and maybe play some music.
Oh, for sure. Could bring the house down. Gotta ask.
And I kind of nod my head. I'm like, good to know, good to know. And I keep driving.
Ready? Pull around to the back of the green mill. There's Hoot and his wagon. Still full of all of his stuff. And he's out there waiting for you. And he meets you hardly before you park the car. And he goes, oh, this is... And he kind of, like, I feel like he peeks, kind of tries to peek into the back of June's car, all loaded up with Ryan Yeast. He's like, oh, baby, this is great. Yeah, this'll do. Hey, listen, I think I found a spot. Why don't you follow me back, back out outside of town a bit. And yeah, agreeable.
Let's go.
And he leads you, kind of similar kind of thing, out on the outskirts of town, out onto the dirt roads. Just this time kind of over on the other side of the hill, like he was kind of up amongst the oaks, he just kind of went a little bit further around the other side of the hill and found like a abandoned structure of some sort that he thinks he can kind of repurpose and camouflage his operation in. Just starts getting set up. He goes, and he looks at you, Maggie, and goes, hey, weren't you asking about them Irish fellas?
Yes, I was. Do you have more information?
Yeah. There's this group of guys that they wear their skirts or whatever, and they meet and like drink and sing and stuff every so often. I think they do it every like Friday at O'Reilly's.
Oh, okay, and they're Irish, not Scottish.
I think they all wear the skirts.
At O'Reilly's?
O'Reilly's, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No, thank you. This is a lot of help. I could make a lot of cupcakes with this.
And I instantly go, with those cupcake sales, what do we get? Kickback.
Oh, yeah, most certainly. What is it? What is it you'd like, ma'am?
Do we get free cupcakes?
By all means, yeah, absolutely. Always good to have taste testers, And they say, don't enjoy your own wares. So that's where you can come in. Yeah, but I could catch you in, absolutely. But you should know that there are some around the city that would rather see my operation not exist. So you're welcome to throw in with me, but it might not be a cushy gig here.
Do you know who those people are?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the ones in the papers, the fellas that think they're running this town, the Capones, the Dax. That sounds stupid, the Dax. Just the kind trying to get control of everything, trying to, monopolize, run the joint. They don't want independent contractors like myself, making supply runs.
That's a new one out of the Southports.
Yeah. I just know he's running an outfit out there, trying to, carve a piece of the pie for himself.
I look over at June and I'm like, what do you know about that tower down there?
Still to Hoot, though?
Yeah, to Hoot, but I kind of make eye contact with her.
Oh, that's Validrian's tower, I think they say. It was way back you know, I talk about it in school, old wizard type back when you know, things were a bit different before the wars, you know. Well, then there was the War of the Arcane and all that, but yeah, Valedrian's Tower, that is. Been here longer than well, I think it's been here longer than this country's been the country.
Who's in it now? Do you see anybody in it now?
I don't go down to the docks much if I don't have to. It can be dangerous. And it's just depressing. People walking around not, you know, clothed properly, shacks run down. But it used to be Feltrinelli's. Gio Feltrinelli ran it, and then Capone ran him out of town.
Yeah, it's real easy to lose your clothes down at the docks, and I kind of wink over at June.
Me, I find it easier after a night in town.
I'm gonna chuckle.
But listen, I don't have much coin for the ingredients, but once I turn the ingredients into cupcakes, I will cut you in. Scout's honor. I was a scout, you know. No, I wasn't. Is
there anything you left over at your place that we might need to go and snag for you?
No, I got it all loaded up. Took me a bit, but I got it loaded up. Thank you.
Do you have any idea now who ran you out there, or do you think it's just part of the crew that doesn't want you working?
Yeah. I think it's probably some of the gangsters trying to get a stranglehold of the, you know, what comes into the city. A lot of money to be made with this whole prohibition business. You know,
right,
well, you know, I heard one of them, you know, mobster types up in the Unsleeping City. They think he's pulling in $12 million this year.
Capone is?
No, one of them Italians in the Unsleeping City. But Capone might be close. Who knows? You believe that? $12 million? $12
million. You can buy a lot of bagels in the Unsleeping City for $12 million. Can you believe they think their pizza is better than our pizza?
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Nothing better than a deep dish.
Wow. What's that, miss?
What's pizza?
Oh, hey, he starts pointing to Lester and June. You gotta take this gal out to the, you know, old Giovanni's or something.
She's only used to having tea and fish and chips over there.
Oh, Miss, prepare to have your life changed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you drop what you're doing. You know, screw them in skirts. Go get yourself some pizza.
That's a fact.
Yep. But hey, anyways, I'm gonna get to work here. But when I start getting some product together, maybe you could make some more deliveries for me. I'll cut you in.
Sounds good. Maybe our deliveries get a little bit extra quiche considering we're also supplying the ingredients now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna get that out of the way.
Yep, absolutely.
Great. All right. We'll talk soon, Hoot.
All right, I'm gonna get to work.
Drop the stuff. Head back into the city. What do you guys want to do? Anything specific between the two of you guys that you want to do?
What day of the week is it, Jabo?
Friday.
Oh, it is. So that party happened on a Thursday night.
I'm down to go to the bar.
Yep. Listen, you don't choose when you turn 99.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the bar.
Sounds like we're going to O'Reilly's.
Heading to O'Reilly's. All right.
All up, Marks.
O'Reilly's. Michael do the end of that jingle. As soon as Davo said that, I automatically heard.
So you approach O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's is like what do they call those, like, lodges, those clubs people like donate stuff to? Like, it's like an exclusive clubhouse, but it's like a
moose lodge.
yeah.
You have those out there?
We have moose lodges and moose lodges, but usually it's old men now.
Yeah, totally.
Like those
we have like Irish clubs here where you pay your fee and then it's like $1 a beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's this, fancy little clubhouse kind of. I mean, it's not a tree house, but it's like, it's a little moose lodge kind of a thing. And as you approach, you hear boisterous singing, some in Gaelic, some in the common tongue, but they're recognizable, or at least one could guess that they're old songs of Ireland and fables that are told through song and things of that sort, kind of coming out from the doors and windows of this establishment.
And I get a little smile thinking of my husband singing those same songs.
Yeah, you might even recognize a few of them. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, so I go in.
Okay. And what you see is about what you'd expect. A bunch of middle-aged men for the most part, but when I say men, I don't just mean like human necessarily. There's elves and maybe more dwarves than usual. A variety of folk, all wearing their kilts and whatnot, drinking their drinks just openly, like there's no attempts to hide their drinking during these prohibition days, and singing their songs. There's one guy who sits at like the head of the table with a little bit more kind of regalia of like the old Irish, wear on his person.
And there is obviously a bar, right? That's where they're getting their drinks from.
Yeah.
So I'll go up to the bar and ask the bartender, who I might be able to get some information about of the like IRA and the connections around the Roaring City.
Yeah, so are you asking kind of about like the war effort back quote unquote home, or are you asking about like Roaring City folk?
The war effort back home.
And this bartender kind of keeping pretty busy on this ruckus crowd, is like, the fight goes on, but they're dependent on us and those like us to get them funds for munitions and arms and whatever we can scratch together. We try to send back and help the effort.
Could you point me to someone that is in contact with the people overseas so I could see if they may have some information on my husband?
He nods at a dwarf, and this dwarf is got like a pretty blatant. That's word. Pretty prominent scar across one of his eyes. And he says, that there is Frank. He actually just came to the States from the motherland. He's kind of sent as a ambassador of sorts to help with our efforts over here.
Okay.
Frank O'Donnell.
Frank O'Donnell. Thank you for your help and information. And I go up to Frank.
And he's singing sloshing his stein around. Yeah, as you approach.
Okay. Excuse me, Frank. When you have a moment, can I talk to you?
Aye, lass, the moment's now, methinks. Hoy, 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 hoy.
I was wondering if you might have some information on my husband who was arrested during the Easter Rebellion.
The Easter Rebellion, you say? I have quite a few acquaintances who were wrapped up in that mess. Your husband, you say?
Yes, my husband, Tom Crawley.
Tom Crawley, long way from home you are.
Yes, very much so. I had to flee when he was arrested so that I didn't get arrested too.
Ah, I understand. Okay, well, I need something to write. I'm not gonna remember any of this tomorrow. Hey, pen, paper. Thomas Crawley, you say?
Yes.
And that's TOMAS.
You could just write Tom, Tom.
Scribbles it out. TOM Crowley.
CRAWL.
Okay. Not so fast.
CRW.
Okay.
LEY.
Got it. Okay, Crowley arrested. Okay. Well, listen. I still got some contacts over there. I can do some inquiring for you. Your name?
Guy, wait, is this guy Irish or just Southern?
I've been practicing.
Irish accent I've ever heard in my life.
I've been practicing to blend in with the states.
I've never met an Irishman named Frank.
Frank O'Donnell from Southern Georgia.
Hey, Frank O'Donnell is a legitimate Irish name. In fact, I think there was a gangster named Frank O'Donnell in the 1920s from Ireland.
Okay.
Born in Ireland, raised in Southern Georgia.
No, I just talk like that when I get drunk. I can do some inquiring a bit, but Miss, your name?
It's Margaret Crawley. You just wrote it down, sir.
Oh, Margaret. Okay. Listen, you free tomorrow?
I can be, yes.
You going to the boxing match?
I was unaware there was a boxing match, but I will be there if it means hearing information on my husband.
Oh, well, no, actually, I was just thinking maybe you could accompany me because I have some business to attend to at the boxing match. But I could use some extra set of eyes.
Okay. In return, if I were to give you letters to give to my husband, could you see that he gets them?
I could at least get them to somebody in the best position to try to do so.
Okay. That's good enough for me right now. Yes, I'll go to the boxing match. Can my associates join me?
Absolutely.
Well, we're over at the bar.
Yep.
We've been drinking this whole time. We are not with her at all. We're
right.
not. We're
drinking contest between.
Yeah, we can't sing the Gaelic stuff, but you just hear us over there.
Yep. It's hard not to get caught up in the moment, you know.
Yeah, we're in it. We're loving it.
Right. Yes, of course. The more sets of eyes, the better. Gotta track down this elvish fella.
What's his name?
Rovin.
Okay. And now, what time shall we meet at the boxing match?
You know what? I think we just meet here. Maybe catch a few of the undercards. Let's call it 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock it is.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. O'Donnell.
You can call me Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Hello. and he resumes his revelry.
Nice.
What time of the day is it?
Like 4 p.m. They get an early start over at the lodge.
Why?
Yep, go ahead.
We could. 'Cause the only thing we really haven't done or investigated today is old Kareen Quickfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, yeah.
See if anybody saw anything around there. Option. You'd have to pull us away from the bar, though. It's tough thing.
Yeah.
Go up to that and go, okay, you two. We still haven't heard anything on Kareem. We need to go there.
Yep. Fair enough.
So,
Can we bring the beer?
are you planning to head to Willie's?
A road beer.
Yeah, maybe with some Steins to go, perhaps. Head over to Willie's. There is stains of precious spilled illegal alcohol upon the streets outside of Willie's as a result of the raid and the hammering of barrels shortly after. Enter the apothecary, through the maintenance door, down the stairs, and to a quiet and eerie speakeasy, missing its alcohol and revelry.
Do we see anybody?
There's like an old fella kind of sweeping up broken glass and remains from the panic to get out the previous night.
How persuasive are you, June? Or guess just I don't know, things that you could talk to him and get some information.
I'm pretty charismatic.
I feel like yeah.
I'll go over.
Cool.
You actually recognize this is the gray-haired attendant who was working the apothecary kind of as the front when you arrived last night. It's Willie.
It's Willie at Willis. So I'm gonna go over. Hey Willie, crazy night last night. What's been happening here today?
Oh, a lot of cleanup, I can tell you that. I knew throwing a big shindig and the, kind of gestures at you, celebrities and whatnot showing up was bound to bring some unwanted attention. I really should have seen this coming, but who couldn't do it for old Kareen,
Yeah, speaking of her, have you heard from her today?
No, I haven't heard from much of anybody. Nobody's reached out to help clean up or, kind of help me get back on my feet. Nothing. Nobody cares about old Willie now that the party's done and over with.
I'm sorry.
We can help you clean, Willie. We're here.
I thought that's why you arrived, actually. Yeah, there's some brooms and whatnot in the closet over there.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab a broom.
Are you gonna?
And
You're gonna boss me to grab.
I'm gonna grab a broom because I'm gonna ask him these. I'm not gonna really sweep though.
Oh,
but,
you
like, I'm gonna hold.
you gotta flip it over. The bristle part touches the floor.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold it in place now. Speaking of Green, did you see where she went last night when the cops came?
Listen, that's not a microphone stand. You gotta move it.
I'm gonna slowly push it across the floor.
What were you saying, anyways?
Did you see what happened to Green last night when the cops came?
No, but I know that her and Eldon both kind of popped out.
They left together.
Well, who knows where they ended up, but their means of egress were the same. They were there one moment and gone the next. Makes it easy to get around crowds.
Okay. And
When we talked to him this morning, he said that they didn't leave together, right?
It sounds like they I don't know, disapparated or some magical form of escaping. One minute they're there, and the next minute they're somewhere else.
Yeah, like that.
As I sweep, I'm actually working over there, you know.
Right.
Slow pushing.
Your friend over there knows how to get his hands dirty. I like it.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Imagine how much he could do if he was 6 inches taller.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
That's an out of character laugh.
I keep sweeping with the broom as it towers over me at the top of it. You know? I'm
Broom's
halfway
taller than you are.
Yeah, I'm halfway down it, sweeping.
What is this broom, for a Goliath or something?
What else did we ask Willie?
I mean, if he saw anything else, anybody, just anything that stuck out or looked funny. Any conversations with the police officers that were a little phony. You name it.
All those questions are asked.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was just making sure. It was an eventful night. We had some guy get stabbed in the VIP lounge. Obviously the raid hit. Everybody, didn't want to get pulled in with the popo, except for Capone, who just kind of shook some hands and left. Must be nice having everybody on the take. There was one moment where I saw Miss Kareen give a package to this hobgoblin gangsta wannabe, which I thought was weird, just because everybody was giving her gifts. Here she was giving gifts.
You know the hobgoblin's name?
No, but there weren't many hobgoblins at the party. One hobgoblin's name is Dak.
Okay, I thought it was that. It was just...
And lots of people spilled. Yeah, real tough time getting some of the stuff out of the floorboards. Lots of spills. I had tons of mice in here this morning.
Gross.
So nobody knows how to clean up after themselves these days. Kind of looks over at the fancy Maggie's people just lack decorum. Am I right?
You are right, sir.
Not everybody can be as opulent as us.
Right, you are, sir.
Opulent. I don't even know what that
Opulent.
Opulent. Yeah, opulent.
Yeah.
You'll learn about it in school.
Must miss that day.
Willie, with you getting busted and everything last night, What did that hurt your source? Where you getting your hooch?
Oh, I have a feeling that'll remedy itself pretty quickly.
I just think listen, if you need hooch, I can definitely make sure you get some.
Oh, I appreciate the sentiment and the business sense, but it's for my best interest that I don't go in another direction.
Which direction are you currently going in?
A direction where if I decided to change directions might result in a fiery explosive death.
Seems like you know a little bit about that sort of crowd. I've heard there's some competition other than us popping up these days.
Oh, I'd be slow to call yourselves competition. It usually only ends in one way.
I'm not calling myself competition. By no means do I want to be competition. I'm hearing that Al's got some that Capone's got some competition, some stiffer competition coming out of the South.
Yeah, well, that may be true, but if what I know of the owl is true, it's only a matter of time before he ends up underneath his boot or talon.
Like the talon. That's good. That's funny.
But hey, power to those that try to take the opportunity to further their lives and wealth in these interesting times. You know,
Who's your source? Like who's your guy that you get from? I know you get from Capone. I would just go out there and say it. Like it sounds like you get from Capone, like everybody else.
exclusively. Yep.
Who's your contact? I know some guys. I act like I'm not asking because I don't know or I'm trying to know. Like I'm already in. I'm just trying to figure out who his guy is.
And he describes just kind of a generic goon.
Okay.
You don't think there's not enough of like a distinct description for you to be like, oh yeah, Johnny L.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
I don't ask a lot of questions as long as it's brought in and on time and what do I care?
Sweet.
Hey, your friend's not very good with a broom.
You're being awfully nice over there, June. I keep waiting for you to not be mean, but I guess old Willie's probably not the person you're gonna blow up on either.
Does not really need to, but he's pushing me.
I understand.
Not
Cool.
really a need. He's below me.
It's because I'm
I feel
opulent.
I feel like there's not a lot here for us.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep sweeping for the next, hour.
I know. I don't want to sweep. So I'm just gonna put my broom back.
Oh yeah, the mop. That's the one right next to it.
Oh, is it by the front? The front door? The door out this door? The front door I'm opening? Nope. Is it out the door? The front door that I'm walking out? No, it's not. It's out here.
I go, June, wait, where are you going? Willie, I'll go get her. Willie, I'll go get her. June, wait. June, we got a mop. Wait, sorry, Will, we'll be back in a sec.
He kind of turns his attention to Maggie and goes, hey, listen, I got tickets to a big boxing match tomorrow. It's the talk of the town. If you need you like to be my +1, I could take you.
Oh, thank you, Willie. That's very kind of you to say. And I've already been asked by another. So I will see you there.
Maybe if you got binoculars, because I'm in the nosebleeds.
Okay, I'm not sure where our seats are. So who knows?
Oh, well, sure. Yep, okay.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Willie. Thank you for everything. Have a good evening.
Yeah,
And
hey, listen, do you have your money on Dempsey or Bare Knuckle Bruce?
Oh,
I'm just gonna pop my head in the front door and be like, Megan, we gotta go.
you know what? I haven't done my research on them quite yet. I'm going to read over some news articles and make my decision then. How about you?
Oh, well, listen, everybody wants to talk about Dempsey. Dempsey this and Dempsey that. But let me tell you, Bare Knuckle Bruce, he's a local. He's from the Roaring City. He's fighting on his home turf. Okay, I think Bare Knuckle Bruce got something for Dempsey that Dempsey is not ready for.
Thank you for your insight, Willie. I will keep that in mind as I place my bets.
Yeah, you remember it. You heard it from old Uncle Willie.
And I
Okay.
read in and I go, Maggie, we're going to get pizza. Let's go.
Excuse me, I've never tried pizza before, so this is very urgent. I must go.
Oh, I'm actually a bit hungry myself. Where are y'all headed? I could, follow up.
And I just walk out the door.
We ditch Willie.
Off
about
camera,
to go
Willie
with
goes back to
Hollywood.
brooming. I think we'll stop for the night here. But what is next? Where do you think y'all are headed? Or
We're
doing?
going-
Trey?
That's tomorrow.
Boxing match is Saturday. Yep.
I was planning to just go back to my grandma's to sleep
Yeah.
and then meet up again for the boxing match. Maybe see if I can get more information from good old grandma on what her bridge friends have heard about Kareem.
Okay. So boxing match. Anything else?
I think it might be interesting for us to maybe not on the phone, but actually go and try to find one of the Swifts.
Mm.
It's interesting they were the only people that didn't answer the phone.
That's
Yeah.
true. I feel like my character will know where they'll be at, where they're hanging out. Also, checking out that the tower,
Yeah.
seeing if we can get into it, what we can see, that kind of deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I might want to try to find out anything. I want to talk to Frug. I want to find Frug.
Okay.
Who's got info for me. Yeah, Frug's my dude now. I'm into this. Frug is going to be my son.
I love that name, Frog.
I'm going to adopt Frug by the end of this campaign. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now.
Straight up.
All right.
That's awesome.
Excellent, Matt. It's so funny because we're kind of goofing off a lot during our sessions, but you guys get a lot done still. I feel
Through what probably was supposed to be like a decent fight.
I know. We just love to ride around.
It was like, we're supposed to get this stuff, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. It's amazing how some natural 20 rolls can speed things along.
Yeah.
It was way
and-
smoother than I thought we were
Really?
capable of.
Yeah.
Mhm. Agreed. Awesome. Wow, you guys are a blast.